Hey everyone, welcome to Spices and Flavors. Raise your hands if you like Oreo biscuits. I mean, who doesn't? And today we are gonna make a homemade version of it. The first thing that I did while beginning with making these Oreo cookies at home is that I looked at the back of the Oreo packet. I just checked into the ingredient list, and there are a few things that I thought I should share with you before we proceed into the recipe. But if you wish to skip this intro and jump directly onto the recipe, then just click on the timing that's appearing on the screen now and you'll get to the recipe straight away. So coming back to the ingredient list, the ingredient says wheat flour on the packet. I was skeptical about using the wheat flour, so I went ahead and used both maida, that is all-purpose flour, and wheat flour as well. If you want, you can just directly use wheat flour in this recipe. And the other recipes seemed quite normal, like the sugar, cocoa powder, raising agent, flavor, and cornstarch, etc. But there are two particular ingredients about which I would like to state here. One is the fructose syrup. So I could not find fructose syrup here at supermarket. So the next substitute that one could use could be golden syrup or maybe agave nectar. Now again, golden syrup and agave nectar are not the most commonly used ingredients in my pantry. So I knew if I had to buy this, then definitely it would be lying in my pantry for a really long time, which I thought of avoiding, and hence I have skipped it here. The second ingredient about which I would like to state here is the soy lecithin. So now you can find the soy lecithin in soya milk, which acts as an emulsifier. The main function of an emulsifier is to bind the fats and the liquids in the batter. Now I thought of some other ingredient or substitute that could act as an emulsifier. The most common that you might be knowing is egg. So I didn't want to use egg here. I thought of making an eggless version. So I went ahead and used flax egg. What is flax egg? Don't worry, I'll let you know when we proceed with the recipe. Basically, it's just mixing flaxseed powder and water together, which acts as an emulsifier here. If you want, you can always go ahead and use soya milk, which has a high amount of soy lecithin. So that would be apt for this recipe. Again, that would be lying in my pantry or in my fridge for a really long time because it's not a very common ingredient in my kitchen. So I thought of skipping it and using some other substitute in place of it. If you use soya milk, then definitely go ahead and use that in the recipe. I will give all the ingredient measurements and substitutions in my website spicesandflavors.com. The link will be there in the description box below. You can check it out. Other than that, pretty much I have used everything that they have stated here, but they have not stated anything about the fats. I'm not familiar about making cookies without butter, so I just used it here. So yeah, that was my brief intro about Oreo cookies and what changes I have made in it. I hope you found this informative. Now let's just jump into the recipe. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to Spices and Flavors, then please do hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell icon just besides it. For making the cookie batter, here I have taken conditioned butter and sugar as always. Along with that, I have also added vegetable oil and our flavor. I have used coconut extract today. You may also use vanilla extract in place of it. Using a paddle attachment, let's just beat the butter, sugar and the oil together until smooth. There is absolutely no need to cream it, because if you cream it until light and fluffy, you would incorporate lots of air and that would cause our biscuits to spread while baking, which we do not want. So just beat it until smooth, around 2 to 3 minutes. Next, let's add in our flax egg. To make this flax egg, I have used 1 tablespoon of flaxseed powder, to which I have added 2.5 tablespoons of water. Now let this sit for around 15 minutes and then you are ready to use it. We will blend the flax egg along with our butter mixture, and then to this let's add in our cocoa powder and cornstarch. The next dry ingredients that goes into it is our wheat flour and all-purpose flour, that is maida. I have also added a pinch of salt to our dry ingredients. Let's beat this together on low speed until it is mixed. Now what we are looking for is a
dough that is not sticky and is not crumbly at the same time. To achieve that texture, you may have to add about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of flour into the mixture to get it into that state. Why do we add this flour? Why have we added cornstarch? And all the other details about everything is mentioned in detail on my blog spicesandflavors.com. I will leave a link for that in the description box below. You can check it out. See, this is the consistency of the dough that we are after. It is not at all sticking to my hand. At the same time, it is not at all crumbly. This ensures an even rolling of the dough, and also this means that the dough won't spread while baking. Okay guys, before I forget, let me remind you of the giveaway that is open on my channel. This is open up until next week. Find all the details about it in the description box below. Now that the dough is ready, let's divide it out into 3. Flatten it out, cling wrap it and refrigerate or chill for around 30 minutes to 1 hour. One more thing, if you can lay your hands on black cocoa powder, then definitely go for it. That is what it gives the Oreo that darkish black brown color. I didn't have, so I just went ahead and used Dutch processed cocoa powder here. Once chilled, remove the dough out in between 2 sheets of parchment and then roll it to about 1/4 inch thickness. Take a cookie cutter about the size of a real Oreo biscuit. Here I am using the cap of a bottle. Slowly and gently transfer each cookie into a baking tray that I have lined here with the parchment paper, and then bake them in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for 8 to 10 minutes. I have also baked another batch of cookies without the impression. Let them sit in the baking tray itself for about a minute or 2 and then transfer it to a cooling rack to cool completely. Have to do now is just arrange our Oreo cookie. Take a biscuit, spread out some of the filling in the center and then press it with the help of another cookie. That is, sandwich the cream in between 2 cookies. And that's it. Your homemade delicious Oreo cookie is all ready. Make the filling as thin as you like or as thick as you like. Since it's homemade, it's all about your personal preference. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, then please give me a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to Spices and Flavors for more such easy recipes. I'll see you soon with yet another one. Until then, this is Sushma signing off from Spices and Flavors. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.